Good morning once again, for the third time as a matter of fact, book lovers of the internet, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am BookNerd802 and in this video I am going to be reviewing rather, or recording my review of Alice in Borderland Volume 17 by Haro Aso. Now this is of course the omnibus edition of Volume 9, which consists of Volumes 17 and 18. Um, I am reading these individually, I am reviewing them individually because I want there to be more content on my channel, so you are welcome. I finished reading the first half of this yesterday, by the way. Now I have the final half to go, the final part, the very, very last volume in this series. It's been a very, very long Alice in Borderland journey, and it's good preparation for the third season coming out on the 25th of September later this month. Always lovely to see Usagi and Arisu's relationship, by the way, and how Arisu is willing to do anything for Usagi. Now, this one is slightly longer than the other volumes. It consists of about 190, 200 pages, and I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars. So, this one revolves around the Queen of Hearts game, the final card game, the final card in the Alice in Borderland world, for all the characters to be able to return to the regular world and leave Borderland altogether. So I think of Mira, the Queen of Hearts, as a brilliant character, and her role as the Queen of Hearts suits her just fine. She managed to trick me in both the live action show as well as in this volume. Now, by tricked to be rather more specific, I mean that she managed to convince me that as a person who has no clue with regard to what Borderland is, much like Arisu has a clue because Arisu and I aren't much different, everything considered, when it comes to knowing about Borderland. The truth can be whatever she makes it out to be. I have no conclusive way of knowing whether she is telling me the truth or not, and she holds all the cards, figuratively, and well, in this case, rather literally as well, perhaps. It was extremely cruel of her to point out that she was the dealer for the game, which caused him to witness his best friends dying tragically, whilst sparing him, and whilst telling him to live his best life, to avenge them basically, to live on for them, to remember all the lovely times they had together. It still breaks my heart to think about Shota and Karube, perhaps some of the saddest character deaths I have ever come across. It does still make me rather emotional. Yeah, and Mira was extremely cruel in pointing that out, even if she was lying all along. The survivor's guilt on Arisu's behalf is still very strong even after all this time, and of course I am still on Arisu's side. I love the fact that Usagi is also always by his side. Um, she is very supportive of anything he has in mind. Um, she's the best person for Arisu to have by his side, especially during such a difficult time where he's being reminded so cruelly of why his friends had to die. Um, Prior to joining the game, and this I think is a bit of a difference between the live action show and the manga, Arisu and Usagi spoke with all the characters we know and love, since they too were allowed to join the game according to the rules of the Queen of Hearts game. But ultimately, it was decided that the lovers would be able to tackle any challenge as long as they were together, and the others just stayed out of it. The others basically put all their trust in Arisu and Usagi. They knew that they had it in them to win as long as they had each other. Ultimately, I think it all boils down to the love they have. It's one of the realest things people can have, I suppose, when it comes to this or any other reality, the connection between people. Um, so yeah, I mean they did put a lot of responsibility on both Arisu and Usagi. I don't think that bit happened during the show, or at least I don't remember very well. Feel free to correct me in the comment section down below. Um, Pretty romantic, if I do say so myself, especially since Arisu is literally willing to give his life in order to spare Usagi's, and I have a feeling that that is going to be the case with season 3 of Alice in Borderland, since it does not happen by the end of the manga series anyway. Not that I know just yet, but I have a strong feeling that they won't die. The game is a simple one of croquet, where the players have to complete 3 rounds without giving up. But Mira is doing an excellent job of fucking with Arisu's head. She's completely giving him scenarios in which the state of the world could be. They all make sense. She is extremely creative with every scenario she paints, and she is completely fooling Arisu into believing her because he's been meaning to find the truth for so long that he hinges on her every word whether he wants to or not. So I also love how closely the show followed this volume. There are hardly any differences between the game in the show and the game in the book. I am speaking as a guy who watched the show prior to reading the manga series, by the way. So Mira's creativity is fascinating too, considering how many scenarios she came up with as a way to convince Arisu of the reality of Borderland, and he hinges on her every word, not because he wants to. He knows how to win the game, he knows the strategy. He just can't really bring his mind to do so as effectively as he wants to, because that is just how good Mira is. And we basically still don't know anything about Borderland. Mira does admit that all she said was a lie, and perhaps that is a lie in and of itself. She is an extremely clever character, and her role as the Queen of Hearts, as I mentioned, does suit her perfectly. Arguably, not much happened in this volume, which is why it's not a 5-star volume for me. But the suspense is huger than ever now, just continues climbing with each volume. And now that our two beloved characters are trying to tackle the very last card, um, which will hopefully send them back home once collected. The tension is higher than ever. We are just all rooting for them, all hoping that they do win the game. They have 1 round to go, and then we'll finally be able to understand what Borderland is all about, how it all came to be, what happened to the characters. If it is anything like the live action show, then I know precisely what to expect. There have been hints throughout the manga series as well, if you pay enough attention. But if it isn't, then that would be quite a breath of fresh air as well. I will, of course, let you know in a future Alice in Borderland video. But for now, that is all I had to say about Alice in Borderland Volume 9, or Volume 17 rather, in the Volume 9 Omnibus by Haro Aso. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, the usual stuff. Make sure to take a look at the rest of my content because why not? It's absolutely amazing. And I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.